Hi friends, it's Kim and welcome back to my channel. I'm here to do a February wrap up. I am going to put together all of February, but I don't have the books because I'm reading everything on my Kindle. So I will just go through them with you. I hope everyone had a good reading month. My February was pretty awesome. For 1 month I read 10 books, which is really good for me. Considering I only read 18 total last year, and I've already read several this month because I'm participating in middle grade March. So, the books I read in February included Jolie by Catherine Marshall, and I read this on audio, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. It's about a family that relocates to central Pennsylvania in the 30s, I believe, and what all happens to them. Dad runs a newspaper, and there's a teenage girl that it's focused on mostly, but Jolie, it's very good. I gave it a 5 out of 5 and thought it was wonderful. I then read From Scratch by Tempe Locke, which is also on Audible, which is a memoir, and this is about a woman that married a man from Sicily, and unfortunately, and this is all stuff from the first chapter, no surprises here. Unfortunately, the guy ends up getting cancer and dying, which is very sad. But the book is really about her trip back to Sicily to stay in contact with his parents, to get her daughter to know that side of the family, and the adventures that happened thereof. I thought it was extremely good. I have heard a rumor that there's going to be a Netflix program about this. I don't know how true that is, but that is one of the things that we're looking forward to. The third book I read was The One and Only Ivan, which, if you've read, it's Newbery Prize winner, middle grade, by Catherine Applegate, and it is just awesome. I gave it a 5 out of 5. Next up was Outlander, which, if you haven't heard about Outlander, to sum it up briefly, it's by Diana Gabaldon. This woman, Claire, goes back in time to the 1700s and meets up with a Scottish clan and ends up staying with them and marrying one of their members. And there are right now there are 8 books. Book 9 is in process from what we understand, and book 10 is going to be the end of the series. So I'm rereading the whole series right now just because I love it so much. So Outlander always gets a 5. Next, I listened to Where the Red Fern Grows by Wilson Rawls, which I had never read before. Made me cry. Anything with dogs makes me cry. And I gave that one a 4 out of 5. My 6th book was The Underground Railroad by Colton Whitehead. Man, that was a tough book to read. It was very raw, very honest, just tough. I gave that one a 4 out of 5. And then my 7th book was I Will Judge You by Your Bookshelf by Grant Snyder, which was a graphic novel, and I gave it 4 out of 5. All about reading and book things, which, just if it's about books, it gets a high rating for me. I also read Southern Storms by Brittany Cherry. I gave that a 4. Most of her books are on Kindle Unlimited. They're romances. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I read Giver of Stars by Jojo Moyes. That I read on audiobook, and I gave it a 3 out of 5. It was good. I want to read the other book. I believe it's called The Women of Troublesome Creek, I think. They're novels about the pack horse library back in the day when women would ride horses or mules or whatever, and take library supplies to people who otherwise wouldn't have any access to any reading materials. Sounds like a great program, and I know both these books are similar but different. So I want to read the other one. And my last and favorite book of the month was The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. Have you read The Nightingale? If you haven't, you should. Historical fiction set during World War II with two sisters and how they dealt with the war differently. I cried, I laughed, I sobbed again. It took it all out of me. It's a very emotional story. I don't want to say much more because anything I tell you will give it away. You will see wartime violence in this book. It's just very interesting. It's set in France, in a town that the Nazis take over. So very good. I gave this a 5, but honestly, I would like to give it a 10 out of 5. It is probably the best book I've read in years, if not my best book ever. It will definitely be making the end of the year best for me. Now, of course, I'm way into middle grade March, which we'll talk about at another time. So that's all I have for you today. I hope everyone is doing well. Please like this video, subscribe. I'm trying to get better, working hard. Until then, take care, happy reading, and have a good day. Thank you.